It's all you ever hear. Look like this, think like this, be like this. How do you fight it? We started our own radio station. We keep our identities secret. It gives us the power to say what we want as loud as we want.
We change the rules around. We've got a different sound. Tuned into the underground. 'Cause when it gets too much, you have no choice. Oh yeah, you gotta make some noise. Are you listening? Are you listening? Now we're on the air.
You're listening to Radio Free Roscoe.
Yo and hello, Cougars. If you haven't bought your Cougarific Cougar Radio calendar, what are you waiting for?
For a mere $5, these Cougarific Cougar calendars will look perfect on your wall or in your locker.
Not again. Enough with the calendar ads.
Yes, I'm getting a cougar-rendous headache from them.
Choose listening to another Cougar calendar ad or having the word Funkmaster tattooed to your forehead. Funkmaster.
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 If you want to help us sell our super cool calendars, go for it. Sell the most, and you'll get your picture in next year's calendar.
Ooh, big incentive. I mean, who would fall for that?
Hi, guys. Could we interest you in a cougar radio calendar?
No.
No matter. We've got first place in the proverbial bag.
The only question is, what month to take?
So many months and so many outstanding poses.
Notice the aerodynamic tuck.
This is January. It helps if you guys imagine us in skin-tight lycra.
It's April, and everything's coming up at Ted.
Yeah. Wait! We haven't even shown you Rocktober.
No way!
It's amazing. The Boxers believed that bullets couldn't hurt them.
Sounds like these boxers took too many uppercuts to the head.
The Boxers were a group of Chinese rebels who used martial arts to defend their country. They fought only using their fists and their swords, shouting the war cry, Bobo.
So what happened to them?
They all got wiped out.
Maybe if they had a better war cry. Bobo?
It's a pretty complex period of history, and I've been reading a lot about it on my own. I'm really curious to see Mr. Sandoz's take on it.
Oh, no, you're not gonna start raising your hand, are you? Remember what happened last time? The whole class started going, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yeah, well, I still say technically Columbus couldn't have discovered America if people were already there.
Just remember, you are now part of the elite group of students who call the back of the class home. Some of us are jokesters, some of us are jocks practicing their autograph, and some of us are moody loners. Now, if you start spitting little fact this, little fact that, you're gonna make us all look bad.
Don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
Hey, I just heard Sandos is sick.
Oh, yes! Bring on the sub. We're gonna slap on the kick me sign and let the carnage begin. Bobo, baby! Huh.
Hey, who's ready to learn?
Is this some kind of sick joke?
So you're telling me you can actually read my future by the bumps in my head?
It's phrenology, Lily, and it really works. See, this bump right here means you're gonna be a famous rock star.
Ooh, I like phrenology.
And this bump means that one day you're gonna meet your soulmate.
Oh, I hope he's tall.
Oh,
What? What's going on? What's going on?
this bump's coming through very strong.
And it's the bump of someone about to buy a Cougar radio calendar.
Those bumps right there mean there's no way I'm buying one.
Up close. History looks about as messy as the second floor boys' room. But if you take a step back and look at the whole canvas, you'll see that it all falls into neat, tidy, predictable little patterns.
No, it doesn't.
So, ears unplugged, pencils poised. Let's start with today's topic, the Boxer Rebellion, and the where and when of the whole shebang. Now, I find it easy to remember dates. All you have to do is make up a little story about the numbers. For example, 1900. When I was 19 years old, I looked through my binoculars and saw the Boxers, otherwise known as Iho Tsaijen, begin a bloody rebellion against the Western powers.
You're gonna love this. If I might offer a correction, sir. The Boxers were known as the Iho Chuan, which means Society of Harmonious Fists. Iho Tsaijen, which you said mistakenly, means Society of Righteous Harmonious Bye-Byes.
Yeah.
Welcome to RFR. You know, running an underground radio station takes a lot more than good looks and a velvety voice. It takes moolah, loot, dinero.
That's why, to help us be the best radio station in all creation, we are selling these super cool RFR balls of foil.
And if you're selling the RFR ball of foil, don't forget top prize for the top seller is getting your name in a new song by our very own Shady Lane.
Our love for you is quite sincere. Thank you, your name here.
So, don't you want to know what day my birthday falls on this year?
You just don't give up, do you?
Excuse me for caring about something.
I'm sorry. Let's start over. Hey, Kim, how's it going?
Pretty awful, Robbie. I'm trying to unload 200 calendars to a school full of students that all have daytimers. And it doesn't help that RFR keeps bashing them every day.
Ouch. So why'd you order so many?
Well, I never told you this before, but I've always wanted to be an investigative journalist. I want to raise money for a portable transmitter. It's the only way Cougar Radio can really get out there and cover some stories. I'm not as self-centered as you think. I want to make a difference, Robbie.
I have a feeling you will, Kim.
Here's your latte.
Thanks.
So, are you sure you don't want to help me with this?
I'd love to, but I'm broke.
There's other ways, you know.
Cougar Radio calendar.
Now, yesterday you went from 0 to hero in 5 seconds, and Waller didn't know what hit him. But today, he'll be expecting something. The key is to not let him see you sweat. And don't be too funny, because I'm the funny guy. You're the moody loner with an axe to grind, okay? There's no time for crossover appeal.
Good stuff yesterday, Strong. Takes guts to stick it to Waller. I wish I could do something like that, but I'm kind of lazy.
The Boxers deserve better, so do we. I may go down on this one, but I'm going down fighting.
Taught him everything he knows.
And so the Western powers found themselves frustrated time and time again by China's closed, autocratic, and archaic society. Yes, Mr. Strong, you have a question?
Yes, the Western view is all well and good, but can you tell me how the Treaty of Nanjing affected China's view of the Western powers?
Oops. Oh, got a page. Oh, dear, it's an administrative emergency. Excuse me. Listen, just reread this chapter, and I'll be back in a jiff. All right?
Can you believe this guy? He drives the enemy right out of the room. Can I get a standing O? Yes. Oh.
Treaty of Nanjing. Treaty of Nanjing. Sorry about that, people. Had to take a call from the superintendent. Yeah, can't keep the old man waiting, if you know what I mean. So, where were we? Yes, of course, the Treaty of Nanjing was a humiliation to the Chinese and greatly contributed to their mistrust of the Western powers. I hope that answers your question.
Cougar Radio calendar?
Nope.
Cougar Radio calendar?
No way.
Ah, well, I tried.
So how's it going with the calendars, Robbie?
Great.
Oh, well, how many have you sold?
Well, let's see. None.
You know, I really thought you meant it when you said you wanted to help me with my reporter dream.
I do.
Really? Because you wouldn't be able to tell it by your salesmanship skills.
Man, she's good. Get your Cougar Radio calendars here.
Beijing. Beijing.
Here's to new beginnings. Here's to something more. Here's to you and your dreams and everything you work so hard for. Here's to all the places we've never been before.
International Relief Force was granted permission to enter China from the Empress Zai. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That is it, Mr. Strong. Ask not for whom the buzzer tolls. It tolls for thee. Now, you will go to my office, and I will deal with you after class. This is Roscoe High, the way I like it. Calm, orderly, peaceful. This is what you did to my class today. Now, it is unfortunate that Mr. Sandoz is sick, but until he recovers, I expect you to treat me with the same respect that you treat him.
Only if you treat history with the same respect as Mr. Sandoz, sir.
I'm doing the best I can, Mr. Strong, under very trying circumstances.
The boxers deserve better, and at the risk of sounding rude, so do we.
Oh, well, is that a fact? My, you'd make a great little boxer yourself. It's a good thing you don't know Kung Fu.
I do know Kung Fu.
Oh, boy. Marge, get security. I'm just joking, Mr. Strong.
Well, I'm not, sir. All I'm asking is know your stuff. If you know both sides of the story, you can really bring it to life.
Well, as noble as your little boxer rebellion may be, there's nothing brave about sitting at the back of the class and being rude. So until you are ready to teach the class, I'd advise you to behave. If you don't, you might find your future a little shaky.
We begin with a public service announcement. Today is Tuesday. Thank you.
You mean I can know what day it is without having a Cougar Radio calendar?
Hard to believe, but true.
Well, fellow Roscoeites, now that any possible reason for buying a Cougar Radio calendar is gone, all I can say is save your money. Do it!
Why are we called Roscoeites? Why not Roscoricans or Roscorians? Who gets to make that decision, huh?
Don't change the subject. Question mark? Surely you have something to say about your favorite Cougarific calendar.
You know, maybe we're looking at this whole calendar sale the wrong way. I mean, sure, it helps Cougar Radio, but don't we want our enemies to be strong? Look at Superman and Lex Luthor. The more evil Luthor was, the greater Superman's victory when he defeated him.
I think some evil genius has stolen question mark's brain.
Hey, before you just ignore me like I'm not even here, keep in mind that every dollar you spend goes towards making Cougar Radio the best station in the nation.
Get a life.
Guys, $5 and she's yours.
Forget it, loser.
Hey, have you seen Travis? No.
I want to throw this out. Do you mind?
Yeah. I mean, are you gonna finish that? Because that is an excellent source of apple seeds.
All right. You just knock yourself out.
Ladies, you look like you're in desperate need of a calendar to keep track of your many dates.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing?
See, it's a long story. Kim wanted me to sell them, and, you know, after what I said yesterday on RFR, I didn't want to be a hypocrite, so I said yes. But then I got to thinking, I'm not going to sell these bad boys as calendars. I'm going to sell them as Cougar Radio dartboards.
Oh, well, I see Mr. Strong has chosen to deprive us of his presence today. Pity. Well, I guess we'll just have to mark him down as missing in action.
My name is Ching Ting Hua. I come from the province of Hebei, and I have come to fight the invaders.
Approach. have about 5 seconds to explain yourself before I bust you back to pre-K.
I've decided to take you up on your offer.
What offer?
You said I had no right to criticize you unless I was willing to teach your class myself. Well, today, I'm ready.
Lily, you look lost. Is it because you're low in vitamin B12? Or that your hair is not doing what you want it to? No, it's because your life lacks order. But that can all end with the simple purchase of this handsome Cougar Radio calendar.
Sorry, guys, but I live for chaos.
But that's not all. We're also offering a $10 rebate with every purchase.
I'll take 2 then.
But the calendars only cost $5.
Do you want to be Mr. April or not?
Very well, Mr. Strong. The class is yours. You have 45 minutes. Bobo. Class, I'd like you to meet our new teacher today. Sen Ting Hua, is it?
Chung Ting Hua. From my father, I learned the skill of lens making. I wanted only to ply my trade as a simple optometrist. But because of the English stain that soils our nation, I became a fighter.
Okay, people, all pushing and shoving is justified because we are selling out fast.
Unbelievable. Robbie?
Not right now, Lily. I'm doing business here.
I like your work.
Thank you. I do what I can. Kim.
This is how you help me? Thanks a lot, Robbie.
Kim, wait. Kim. Look, Kim, I'm sorry.
Well, at least I know how you really feel.
It's more complicated than that. At first, I didn't want to sell the calendars, but then I saw how much it meant to you and thought I'd just suck it up.
But then you felt like a dork and came up with this unique selling proposition. Well, I guess not everyone in school is a fan of mine, but they're spending their money. So I guess I have the last laugh. And I know just how to repay you.
I do not fear the Westerners' bang sticks. Our magic will protect us, and I will overcome insurmountable adversity. For the next 38 minutes.
Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
My name is Vice Admiral Sir Edward Seymour of His Majesty's Navy. At your service.
What are you doing?
I read your book. It's fascinating.
I owe you an apology. It's not so easy being up here.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, what do you say we kickstart this thing? I seek not the letting of your blood, nor the wealth of your nation. I bring my forces here to protect my countrymen and those of other nations whom you would wish to do harm.
No, you bring your forces to exploit our people and our land.
My people were invited here by your empress, and we will not depart because of threats from rabble like you.
I do not fear the English rifle nor the German cannon. Prepare to feel the vengeance of a nation wronged. The Empress told us we would not be harmed by the foreigners' guns. She told us that they would crumble if we struck them with our fists. It was all lies, so we would fight to make her rich. Lies.
Look who it is. The calendar man.
All Ed ever wanted was to be Mr. July, but you just couldn't live with that, could you, calendar man? How does it feel to kill a man's dreams?
How do you sleep at night?
Hey. So, I think I figured out why you're selling all these calendars.
Oh, you figured out my secrets? I really, really want to win that contest. I don't suppose you want to see my February, do you? I do a mean groundhog impression.
It's Kim, isn't it? You have got a thing for her.
No? I don't know, maybe. I don't even understand it myself. If you tell anyone...
Oh, I won't tell anyone. But maybe Shady Lane will.
Lily, please, you can't.
Relax, your secret's safe with me. Tell you what, if you promise to never do that groundhog face ever again, I'll even help you out. Hey, could I interest you in a Cougarific Cougar Radio calendar?
So, questions, comments? Oh, you can get up now, Mr. Strong. What do you say we give someone else a chance, huh? Mr. Brennan, what about you? What do you make of this struggle?
Well, that, the Boxers lost the war because they didn't have a stapler.
Anything else?
Well, the Western country's side of the story sounded pretty justified, but the Boxers' side seemed pretty justified as well.
Meaning?
History isn't just about telling the winner's side of the story.
Excellent observation, Mr. Brennan. You see, we are used to viewing history in terms of black and white, but it is almost always more complex than that. Now, who can give us another example of a conflict where we need to see both points of view?
Yankees and the Confederates.
Good example. Anyone else?
Yankees, Red Sox.
The Boer and the British.
Good. Anyone else?
The Klingons and the Romulans?
All right.